You have got personal magnetism locked down. It's giving a prodigy in selling yourself, and making yourself not a product, but an experience. Like people enter an atmosphere of some sort when they are with you. Your creativity specifically will literally like infect people in the best way possible. I feel like you bring the I don't know, the most dynamic version of yourself out, and this in turn brings or attempts at least to break others out of that shell they place themselves in. All roads lead to you within a lot of people's minds. You are the center point of a lot, you know? And you're the type of person that is you're like a unifying, a binding force. There's something about you that gives me almost like a force of nature. I talk about physics a lot, but there's like a bond that you can create between people that it's just reminiscent of gravity, you know? We have temperance here. Temperance is a perfect card for you because I feel like it's the silver lining card, it's the card of transmutation, it's the card of synthesizing perspective, and you're extremely gifted in this. Temperance talks about taking one thing and making it into another. The classic example is turning lead into gold. And if you want to talk about this on a metaphorical level, you turn people's lead into gold. When they talk to you, when they have that deep connecting conversation with you, a shift happens. It's like the sacrifice of their, what do you call that? They're not self-preservation, but when you don't want to let somebody in. People, that boundary, it weakens around you, and it's by that other person's choice. There's something very safe about you. That's why all roads lead back to you, especially when it comes to healing. You understand the mind like no other. People feel like you read them like a book. You know how they describe the fourth dimension as viewing the third dimension by reading stories? People feel like you have a higher perspective on their lives, and you take what you find there and you help the person transmute it. You're a guide. So, Six of Cups is the first one to come back out. You touch the heart, the core of who people are. This is why this it makes you a bit unforgettable in people's lives. Like, people, especially strangers, which is remarkable because tell me, do you remember every face that passes you by? Even the ones you talk to? I mean, hell, it's like, yes, emotional impact can create lasting memories even if you never see that person again, but with you, it's different. It's like they feel like they've known you even though they know that they don't. They know for a fact that they don't know you, but the conversations that you have with them, the feelings people get around you that they don't tell you, it's like you appear retroactively in their life throughout. It's so strange, but it's because you're like reading them like a book. If you've ever seen Bleach, in the Fullbringer arc, there's this dude named Sugishima, and basically his power is to be able to retroactively put himself in people's lives. Like he can alter reality on like a fundamental level to where he was placing himself at the moment characters were born. Like he was doing some crazy shit. And people are like, you're reading them like this. And you want to know what's funny? He also had a book. And it's this energy reminds me of that episode so much. You are in their mind, collective. People feel like you are an all-encompassing presence at times. Like it's giving force of nature. Where the hell do you come from? We have the Ace of Wands. This is a catalyst, a spark of passion, of ideas, of soul, right? Like the root of the powers of fire give me that burning passion, intense creativity that kind of creates $1,000,000 ideas. Not every idea you have is groundbreaking, they're not supposed to be, but your ideas are impactful. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel, you're sharing your perspective on something, and your perspective turns out to reinvent the wheel. because of how revolutionary it is, and this is why you're a helper. This is why people seek you out. They can tell that a moment with you is going to spark them than if they were gonna spend 1,000 moments with somebody else. You're doing things for people that have never been done for them before. And it may sound melodramatic, and it's like it's really not though because of the place that you go to with people. It's deep. It's not something that lies on the surface. You get past people's defenses. You see the building that he's holding on to his money with this 4 of Pentacles, and then the building is under construction. It's not technically crumbling, but it's not finished. People feel like that you have access to that vulnerable part of themselves that they hide from the world. The under construction part of themselves that could be exposed to the elements, that doesn't have the scaffolding needed to withstand the pressure of the outside gaze, and you crash through that. You don't crash through it actually. I brought up, I don't know if I said it earlier, like permeating. You are like that. It's like giving that you can slip past those walls and see directly in there, and it's not an invasive feeling. I feel like definitely it scares some people though, because they're not expecting it to. A lot of people act like a fortress, and they are to most everybody else. You're not seeing inside there because they don't want you to. But you, that fortress, you might as well be Superman with an X-ray vision because you're seeing through it in the best way possible. You don't see through others simply to see through them, right? I feel like it's not something you're consciously trying to do. You pick up on stuff. You get downloads about people and their presence. Um, have you ever had those moments where you're talking to somebody and you say something that then it was on their mind? That's what you do. You'll be freaking the hell out of people. They'll be like, wait, didn't I just think that? And I swear, like, you'll definitely, if you've ever been ghosted by people, especially, it's because you know too much. You know way too much. People don't find out how much you actually know about them until they talk to you or ask you a question. And there's like little nuances that you pick up on and that you say, or at least you give the impression that you're aware of them, that this person, it puts them in a new realm of thinking to where it's like you're forcibly placing them in a, they're having to think about thinking, they're having to think about the interaction itself because something you said was like, "Wait, why did they say that?" And it's so super relevant that people will get a bit freaked out, like, "Are you, do you got them bugged? What's going on?" You know? But overall, people appreciate this about you once the insight you made really starts to kind of like sink in. It doesn't hit them all at once, and it pisses them off in the moment too. On top of them, because it's getting me like, who the hell do you think you are? You don't know me, but you know. And they come to this realization afterwards, after some time, and they're still thinking about you. They're still thinking about the conversation you had. There's a reason for it, collective. There is. It's because you touch the core of people, especially like there's something, you know how sadness, I feel like more so than anger or other emotions gets people uncomfortable. They don't want to deal with somebody's sadness, but you don't even flinch. It's because you raise the spirits. You put things into perspective. The message of the 5 of Cups is don't cry over spilt milk. And that's how people feel about you when they're with you. That honestly, is it really that big of a deal? Because when I'm around collective, things just flow. The world could be ending all around us, but for some reason, we're in the eye of the storm when I'm with collective. You're that type that people become obsessed with. I feel like you've had to deal with stalkers because that everything has pros and cons, right? And magnetism will attract everything that's magnetized towards you. And I feel like that your whimsical nature plays tricks on people, runs game on people, but not on purpose. And why do I say this? Because people think, I don't know, that you won't clap back at them, or they think that they can cross your boundaries for whatever reason. And you you'll be putting people in their place, for lack of a better term. You're not above anybody and you don't think that you are, but you have self-respect and you are not afraid to show it. And it's something that is so lovable about you. Like people definitely will probably rally around the one who doesn't stand up for themselves to give them that comfort, but people respect the person who speaks the hell up, who says something, who draws a line in the sand. You have a very good handle on dark and light. This is what creates the magnetism. You are not only one thing. You're many and you're all of them equally, and you express it in ways that people have never seen before. You give me domain expansion from Jujutsu Kaisen, how when you enter a room, now it's your room. Now it's your room. When you enter a space, for some reason, everybody's attention and energy flows towards you as if you're some singularity. We got the Ace of Cups. You are a source of so much in your life. I feel like you are that one when you were growing up to be into all of that stuff that people thought was so cool later on, but then mocked you for in the beginning. You're that. You are that. You know what? I feel like you're giving me Nikola Tesla a bit, and you've had a lot of Thomas Edisons around you, right? They seek to kind of like ride off your coattails, or in some cases to try to take your idea and destroy your relationship, so they or relationship but reputation, so that they can be the ones who came up with it. But what you need to know is this would never work, right? Your magnetism will attract the thief who wants the thing that makes you magnetic, but they don't understand in the first place what it is. Even when they get close to you to try to like glean it for themselves, it eludes them because you know, you play dumb as well. Yeah. Yeah, look, people will be spiraling because of you because they want to get over on you. You're magnetic and they don't want you to be, because people feel like you steal attention from them. Like no joke. Like it's like you walk in and you take it. So they want to take from you, but they can't, because what are they taking from? They don't even understand it. You're so funny. Why are you so funny? You have strength. You're powerful, and you don't wield it in an unjust way. That's why I feel like there is no heaviness on your soul or your spirit when you have to speak up for yourself, because you would rather not. You'd rather not. And I feel like the strength is giving me that you've come from a place where you've had to get a handle on that mouth of yours. And you're just not the one to kind of like provoke. But people, whether they sense the remnants of this in your energy, I want to say that above it all, they see the growth and they want to see if they can make you go back. And you are putting bitches in their places every single time. It's not even funny. It is funny, but not to them. Yeah. Illumination, that coming for you is a burden. Let's talk about the sun card first, because sun goes with the strength card. You are bright. What is the sun? The sun is life. What does the sun do? It feeds everything its light shines upon. And it's not that you're the only one that can do what you do, but you're the only one that can do it how you do it. You're the only one that has this personal brand of what however you do something is so unique and it's so magnetizing. I feel like people wonder if you carry burdens because of how light you seem with the sun here. That's another thing. People want you to be lying so bad. They want to be the ones to uncover the hidden struggle, but it's like you've never claimed to not go through stuff. You're human. So I feel like this stuff is lost on people. I feel like the people that come for you are stuck in a cycle. There's something about you moving up and on that re-triggers these people. You're a mirror. And every time you level up, they're reminded that they haven't, but it's by their choice. That's another thing about you. You illuminate the power of free will and choice. You know, people love to blame God and blame spirit for why things don't work out, but the truth is that spirit has already done its job and it's already met you halfway and it's waiting for you to be the bridge, the gap. That's the role. Bridge the world of the divine and the world of man. And that is the job of anybody who feels connected to a higher power, right? And it's just giving me that no one's really able to trample on you because you are number one, bigger than them energetically. You're gonna want to play with, but you got stuff riding for you. You have stuff on your side. All roads lead back to you because you again become a source for a whole host of different things. So if people are acting psychotic towards you, it's because you got it like that. Never forget it. All right? So if y'all are enjoying this reading, don't be afraid to hit that like, share, subscribe. It really helps. It shows the algorithm that y'all are interested in this stuff. And yeah, and I appreciate it. And as always, there are multiple impersonators of me on these different platforms. I am only on YouTube and TikTok. Username is at Black Moon Transit. No numbers, nothing like that. And no Facebook, no Instagram, no WhatsApp, none of it. But yeah. So that's what I got for y'all today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.